Last player standing.
Don't have the confidence to win your duels? Let me help. I believe that efficiency is one of many important things that separates an average player from a good one. And by efficiency, I don't mean just being fast for the sake of being fast. That's just sloppy. I mean being fluid and clean with everything you do, from how you move to how you shoot. Essentially playing without any wasteful movements. Now, what does this have to do with shooting better? Well, one of the most common things I see during gunfights is that a majority of players resort to spraying instantly. And I don't blame you. More bullets means more chances to hit the enemy, right? Well, that ties back into what I was talking about with efficiency. Unloading half your clip into the enemy is not as efficient as tapping or bursting down your enemy with just a handful of bullets. And I think a lot of players instantly opt to begin spraying because of panic or reflex. So here's lesson 1. Staying calm during an engagement. Here's a fun drill that I learned from CS legend Nothing. Go ahead and load up into a game of deathmatch. When you get into a duel, don't shoot for the first half second or so. See what it feels like to not be in a sense of panic or urgency. Practice your evasiveness. Dance a bit with the enemy. This will make them miss and give you an opportunity to slow things down so you can adjust your aim. You'll be surprised by how long it actually takes for someone to kill you because oftentimes the panic makes everything happen so quickly. And so the most important thing is that you'll begin to understand that you have more time than you think during a duel. Practice this drill and try to improve at not spraying down the body, but instead going for the headshot. It's the difference between spending 15 bullets versus a single bullet. This isn't to say that spraying is bad because it's actually really useful in a variety of situations. All I'm trying to point out is that you shouldn't instantly resort to spraying during a fight. Remember, we're trying to minimize the amount of wasteful movement. Now let's talk about crosshair placement. I'm sure a majority of you have already heard this term a million times before. So get ready to hear it again. Crosshair placement is one of the best examples of playing efficiently. If you aren't already keeping your crosshair at positions and angles that enemies could be in, you're making life way harder for yourself. Take a look at this comparison between good and bad crosshair placement. By having bad CH placement, you have to spend more time moving your mouse towards the enemy's head, whereas if you have good CH placement, your aim is already where it needs to be. Less time spent adjusting your aim means lesser time for the enemy to unalive you. Now, I dog on Valorant's deathmatch system a lot, but it is nice that you get to play on the same maps that you play in Ranked. Take this opportunity to learn how to peek at all the different angles and how you should constantly position your crosshair. Lastly, let's go over how to move while shooting. Which one to you seems more menacing? This guy would be annoying to fight with, and that's because he's being efficient with both his shooting and moving. I went over this in my video titled Movement Improvement, where I explain the concept of counterstrafing. I'm only going to give a brief explanation here, so if you want a more in-depth breakdown, the video is only 4 minutes long. Anyways, counterstrafing is a movement tech where you're going side to side, and the moment you transition from moving from one side to another, you have a moment in time that some players call the dead zone, where your character will momentarily be still, allowing you to shoot accurately as if you were standing still. Now you've become a much harder target for the enemies to hit, while also shooting accurately. Ideally, you'd want to practice this with 1v1s, but since there aren't any 1v1 game modes, my advice is that you first get the timing down in the range. It can help if you go to your settings and under video, click stats, and enable shooting error graph only. This will bring up a graph that shows yellow when your shots are accurate and blue if you're unstable. Now counterstrafe and shoot during the dead zones and check if you're getting the timing right. Once you get the hang of it, try to get comfortable using it in 1v1s. It's for sure gonna feel uncomfortable, but you know, practice makes perfect. Combine these techniques and see if it actually improves your gameplay, and if it does, let me know. And I'll see you in the next one.
Nice. Nice. Oh, you're crispy, man. Feeling it?
10 seconds left.
My ult is ready. Scanning ahead.
One.
Enemy remaining.
Deploying drone.
Yeah, both. Oh my.
Damn! Oh my god! wanna
Fuck
eat,
me.
bro. Wanna
Fuck
eat.
me. Fuck me, bro. Fuck me.
Fuck.
I love you.
Sides. Match point.
Oh my goodness.